Overwatch's 24th hero just got confirmed by a 4chan post from over a month ago, and Mei has been confirmed to be the next hero getting an animated cinematic. There's a lot to this story, so without further ado, let's jump right in. Before I start, I just want to say that I do believe this leak is real, and I'll go over why I think so after I show you the leak itself. This all started when Blizzard made a post on their blog yesterday, which was an in-universe interview with a new character in the Overwatch universe. This post was an interview with the inventor Ify Oladel. The interviewer goes on to explain that Ify is an amazing inventor with significant achievements in both robotics and artificial intelligence. She's become so recognized for whatever it is that she did that she was invited to Numbani to accept a large grant. So basically, she's really good at building Omnics and became recognized for it. The crazy thing is though, Ify is only 11 years old. So the interview goes on, and Ify says that she always loved to build drones, and she wanted to create something that would make people's lives better, and it would also keep people safe. She's been given a genius grant, which is really just a lot of money to build something that'll be really useful. The interviewer asked her what she was going to do with all the money, and in response Ify says, "I have an idea," and she says that it's a secret for now. So, Ify has always had a fascination with building drones and wants to protect and keep people safe. So you would think, with her grant and expertise with building Omnics, she would create some kind of Omnic to protect people. Well, you might just be playing as that very same protection Omnic very soon. An anonymous user on 4chan posted way back on January 9th saying this: "Hello all, I have some leaks for you. Please note that things can change. Well, what I'm mentioning is in current development. Read only if you can handle the spoilers." Now, keep in mind it's only been a little over a month since this was posted, so I personally doubt that much has changed. The user goes on to say their first leak, the Lunar New Year. "Expect new skins to celebrate Year of the Rooster, including a dope key pow for Mei." It's really important to keep in mind that this post was made on January 9th. The official tweet first announcing the event didn't even get posted until the 18th. That's 9 days later. The event itself didn't even start until the 24th. So, over a week before the event is even announced, they correctly predicted Year of the Rooster and even the specific Key Pow legendary skin that Mei got. After this leak, they go on to talk about the next origin story cinematic. I'm going to skip over this one for a minute and talk about the one below it first. The user titled this leak Anchora. They started off by saying that, contrary to speculation, Doomfist is not up next. This is also something that Jeff Kaplan said himself on the forums a few days ago. I even covered it on my last video about the Greek hero. The user goes on to say that Anchora is a female Omnic quadruped, and that in order to balance out the tank roster, the game needs another tank that acts like an anchor. In the game right now, Reinhardt is really the only one who does this. He's a giant anchor, and everyone follows him as he uses his shield to move teammates into battle. None of the other tanks really do this, and Jeff Kaplan once again already said this on the Blizzard forums, and I also covered it in my Doomfist video. The final thing the user says about Anchora is that she hails from Numbani and has a West African accent. So this genius Omnic creator, Ify Oladel, is given a huge grant by a foundation in Numbani, and she has a secret plan for what she wants to build with it. She's also known for wanting to protect people and keep them safe. With a huge amount of money, a genius African Omnic builder might just create a giant African spider robot that protects others. You know, like how a tank character protects their team. I think it's not really that far-fetched to believe that a tank character like this is coming out soon. Blizzard did something similar to this before they released Ana, when they posted a blueprint for her gun on Twitter a week before she was released into the game. I'm really excited for this new tank hero, and I would love to see what kind of unique abilities it might be able to bring to the table, and I'm just really hoping that this doesn't turn the triple tank meta into the quadruple tank meta. So the next hero origin story was also leaked by the same user on 4chan. They decided to go into great deal about what happens during this animation, so if you were planning on watching it and being surprised when it first comes out, pause at your own discretion because this is major spoilers. The scene is set with a team at Eco Point Antarctica cut off from communications and supplies. They voluntarily go into cryosleep. It's worth noting that there are hidden sticky notes on the Eco Point Antarctica map in-game that supports this. May wakes up 10 years in the future with the viewer on her screen only telling her what time of day it is, so she gets up and continues her daily business. Eventually, she goes to one of the terminals and surprisingly finds 10 years worth of data. She rushes back to her friend's cryopods, wiping the glass window. It cuts to her face and she realizes what's transpired. She was frozen for 10 years. She hatches a plan to bring communications back up, with her robot assistant helping power her life support. Venturing out, her power shorts out and her robot ultimately sacrifices its life to spare May's. The story ends with May at a transponder, viewing a repeating loop of Winston activating all members of Overwatch. The viewer is left to realize that Winston is ultimately responsible for waking May. So that's a pretty well-written story. That sounds exactly like the kind of cinematic short movie I would expect Blizzard to create. Once again, I still believe this leak to be true based on all the evidence, so I'm hoping the cinematic is gonna come out soon. It sounds really cool, and I'm sure it's gonna be well received by everyone. While I don't know who this anonymous user is, their leaks seem to be very credible. To have this much information, I would think the user would have to work with Blizzard somehow. You can't just get this kind of info by not having someone on the inside. Well, regardless of these super secret video game spies stealing super secret video game information, I'm still glad to have a clue as to who the next hero is, since Blizzard decided they were going to be quiet about future heroes after what happened with the Sombra ARG. If you enjoyed this video and made it all the way to this point, consider subscribing. I'll be posting more content like this every few days, so you'll always be up to date with the newest happenings in Overwatch. I hope you found this video interesting. That's all for now. I'm RejectedShotgun, signing off.